Hey there, thinkers, and welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is Est, and rumor has it that Rachel Zegler has become the kiss of death for any project she touches. She joins, she wrecks it, and then bails with a paycheck. The upcoming Snow White live action, well, that's a total train wreck in the making. And it's not just because of her. The writer's brilliant changes are already raising eyebrows. But wait, it does get better. Word on the street is that Disney had to mash it together with 2 years worth of reshoots in order to clean up the mess after Zegler's latest PR stunt. Apparently, her antics were so bad that the studio had to go back to the drawing board to salvage what's left of the sinking ship. Between Zegler's chaos and the writer's misguided vision, it looks like Snow White is headed straight for the history books as a cautionary tale on what to do. I mean, good luck with that, Disney. You're gonna need it. We have a few things to show off here, but before we do, we have a favor to ask. If you are new here, consider hitting that subscribe button, smashing that like, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. We would greatly appreciate it. This helps us appease those YouTube algorithm gods, so we thank you. Now, let's get into this. There's absolutely zilch about this movie that screams, spend your hard-earned cash on me. Like, seriously, I wouldn't swipe my card on this snooze fest, even if it came with free popcorn and a comfy seat upgrade. From what we've seen so far, it's like Disney went out of its way to make something to piss people off. The plot looks like it's written by someone who fell asleep halfway through, the characters have the charisma of a wet noodle, and don't even get me started on the special effects. They honestly look like they were done on a budget that couldn't even buy a cup of coffee. I mean, good luck, Disney. Trying to rope in your fans with this train wreck, like, you'll need more than just pixie dust to get people to shell out for this one. It's going to be a Herculean task trying to convince anyone to watch this dud. Especially with all the information out there, the reviews are scathing, the trailers are laughable, and the hype, well, that's non-existent. So save your money, people. Disney clearly didn't save any effort in making this mess. Oh, naturally, like most films that wrap up in a few months, Disney's live-action Snow White remake is the exception. Instead, Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot's take on the German fairy tale has turned into a 2-year production nightmare. Initially set to grace us with its presence in March 24, has now been pushed to March 25. But wait, don't worry, there's more, because rumors are swirling that they might even delay it till summer of 2025 or even the fall, because apparently they need even more time to get their act together. The chaos doesn't even stop there. We only found out about these reshoots because Gal Gadot, the sharer, spilled the beans on social media, and not wanting to be left out, Rachel Zegler chimed in to confirm it, insisting the reshoots are done. But now, she's just twiddling her thumbs, waiting for the inevitable PR tour. But let's be honest, given the track record so far, that's probably going to be a train wreck too. So buckle up, folks, because this fairy tale is far from having a happy ending anytime soon. Oh, come on. Let's be real. This movie has a zero chance of making any money or getting any positive reviews. With all the ridiculous changes that they're making and the constant stream of idiotic statements that Rachel has been spewing, it's bound to be a colossal disaster. If you think that this film would be a short story, think again. We're talking a saga longer than War and Peace. Picture Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but crank it up to 11. Riddled with mind-boggling incompetence, a string of bad luck, damaging leaks left and right, and stars so sassy that they could give a masterclass in how not to do a promotion. This is a perfect storm of disaster, and I'm just here for the popcorn, waiting for the inevitable implosion. So here's the tea. They had to pull a few reshoots. And of course, Gal couldn't resist sharing that little nugget on social media, so thanks for the heads up, Gal. Then Rachel decided to let us know that they finally wrapped up Snow White. Now, picture this. Tears, pride, and all the feels as she gushes about her love for the cast and crew. Adorable, right? But let's not forget, just a hot minute ago, she was out here calling the prince a stalker and labeling him as downright creepy. Weird. Now, totally singing a different tune. It's almost like they handed her a PR team on a silver platter to tidy up the mess she already made. Like, you know, they're already sweating bullets trying to turn the ship around, hoping to make it a success, or at the very least, recoup some of their investment. I mean, good luck with that. Honestly, at this point, who even knows what the budget has imploded to? With all the reshoots, last-minute visual effects swaps, and the desperate attempts to salvage this movie, it's like they're throwing money at a screen hoping something sticks. They're practically rewriting the whole film just to coax people into the theaters and parting with their cash. But wait, a trusty source has decided to spill the tea to that Park Place, so long as they can remain anonymous. So, of course, you know, it's just all cloak and dagger stuff. But apparently, this isn't their first rodeo with this source. But don't get too excited, it's just a rumor. So sprinkle some salt on it like it's a gourmet dish. Honestly, if you've been following this saga, none of it is surprising in the slightest. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Every ridiculous twist just makes you roll your eyes even harder. At this rate, they might as well hire a fortune teller to predict how many more changes will come before this thing finally sees the light of day. Now, according to this source, these reshoots have turned into quite the spectacle of mismanagement. First on the agenda, they decided to wipe the original vision clean by booting the dwarves out of the picture entirely. Instead, they're throwing in some shiny new CGI dwarves, because who wouldn't want to blow an extra $30 million just to fix a decision that should have been made from the get-go? Like, bravo, Disney. Next up, after focus groups completely roasted Snow White, they figured, why not toss a younger version of her? Apparently audiences were just itching to see the princess as a soft, delicate flower before she grows up to be a rebellious adult. You know, because every fairy tale needs a little more backstory that nobody asked for. And let's not forget the new actress playing the younger Snow, because apparently 2 Snow Whites are better than 1, right? But finally, we have got a third set of reshoots that just wrapped, because the film was still being seen as a disjointed mess. It's almost impressive how they managed to create something so incoherent that it needed not 1, not 2, but 3 rounds of fixing. Honestly, at this point, you have to wonder if anybody involved even knows what movie they're making. And I mean, like, come on, here we go again with Disney's live-action adaptations. It's honestly adorable how I used to be such a die-hard fan of the Disney princesses and all their animated classics. The Disney Renaissance? Pure magic. But now, watching them twist these beloved films just to squeeze a few more bucks out of the nostalgia is honestly heartbreaking. It's like they're determined to ruin my childhood one remake at a time. Sure, some adaptations, like Aladdin, Cinderella, and Beauty and the Beast, have made a splash, and I'll admit there was some solid moments in there. But let's not kid ourselves. There are some serious duds in the mix. I mean, The Little Mermaid? Wow, that was a real masterclass in controversy. The backlash over the race swaps and those ridiculous changes in the songs, because heaven forbid we portray evil characters as, you know, actually evil, was just absurd. It's like they thought, let's just sprinkle a little drama in here and hope nobody notices. And now Disney wants to make a trans mermaid? Like, what in the actual fuck? And then there's Mulan. I loved the classic Mulan. However, talk about a financial flop. What a disaster. People absolutely hated it, and can you blame them? Releasing it during lockdown was just the cherry on top. You had to fork over extra cash on Disney Plus just to watch that movie. Felt like a complete betrayal of the original. The pricing structure was a recipe for disaster, and everyone was rightfully furious. Now we've got Snow White on the chopping block, and honestly, I'm just here for the drama because it's shaping up to be another colossal failure. With the way things are going, it feels like Disney's just throwing darts at a dartboard to see which beloved classic they can butcher next. And I can't wait to see how they mess this one up. So right now, we're absolutely clueless about the budget. But the grapevine is buzzing that it's chilling around $250 million. And if we start tossing in another $30 million or more, we're not just flirting with the $300 million mark, we're practically throwing a party there. And guess what? They haven't even cracked open that marketing budget yet. I mean, can you believe it? At this point, there's no chance that they can reel in fans like me. who actually adored the Disney Renaissance and its magical princesses. After dropping serious cash on several of the live-action adaptations, yeah, that was a great use of my money. There's no way you're going to catch me lining up to watch this disaster and financially backing someone like Rachel Zegler. I think a lot of people are on the same page here. Seriously, there's going to be a whole army of fans refusing to touch this project with a 10-foot pole because it bears zero resemblance to what made these classics so special in the first place. We need to talk about these so-called love stories. Where did they even go? Almost completely wiped out. And don't even get me started on Snow White herself. She's a completely different character now. The dwarves? Yeah, just toss them out the window, why don't you? At this point, it feels like they stripped away everything that made the original film enchanting. And it looks like they took a beloved recipe and threw in a bunch of random ingredients, hoping nobody would notice. I mean, spoiler alert, we noticed. And what even is this mess? It's a far cry from the magic we fell in love with. Oh, fantastic. Just what we needed. Another Disney movie that seems destined to crash and burn before it even hits the screen. Sure, we've got ages until this film actually drops, but let's be real. Disney's already knee-deep in trouble. I mean, unless they're planning to completely rewrite history and boot Rachel Zegler out the door and overhaul the whole project from the ground up, there's no way it's transforming into the Snow White live-action extravaganza everyone was dreaming about. The original version? Yeah, no, not happening. And of course, I can't wait to see how the PR circus unfolds in the coming months. What kind of gem will Rachel and Gel dish out during their promotional tour? Will they stick to the script or throw in some last-minute excuses? And let's not forget all the poor souls affiliated with this train wreck. What's their strategy going to be? It's like watching a reality show unfold in real time. As for the endless changes during these 2 years of reshoots, I mean, classic Disney. It's almost laughable how hard they've tried to make Rachel's character more likable. Yet, here we are, still not working out for them. It's like they're trying to bake a cake without any ingredients and hoping for the best. So buckle up, folks. This is going to be a wild ride. However, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And hey, before you go, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. As always, this is us, and I'm signing off now. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!